Hello! Today we're going to talk about something called music. I don't know if you've heard about this before. Basically, what it is you play a sound, and then you play another sound, and more sounds. Sometimes you play them together, sometimes you play them separately, but basically it's just a whole bunch of sounds in succession, and that becomes music. It's kind of hard to explain, but basically when it's done, it usually sounds quite nice. I've been listening to music for about 3.5 months now, and I have actually grown to really enjoy it. I know it's pretty, it's a highbrow thing, and a lot of people turn their nose at music, but I personally enjoy it. This story is called Cora Finally Understands Music, and maybe if you listen to this, you might be inspired to go check out this thing as well, because I personally quite like it. The story was like this. Cora finally understands music. Cora's 20-year-old self had always wanted her 25-year-old self to have days like that. She was in a building that was half ice factory, half studio space and concert venue, and she was watching her friend play improvised electronic music. There were cables webbing across the stage, and her friend was one of 3 enormous spiders spinning rhythms, while 18 people in the audience nodded their heads in appreciation. Cora usually got bored at this kind of thing. The people were too sincere, and her 21st century mind needed action, action, reaction, action, 24 tabs open at the same time. But there was a screen behind her friend projecting distorted videos of what might have been Ghandi and what might have been Rob Ford, and she was a little bit tired and a little bit drunk, and everything seemed to be going okay. Earlier that day, Cora had left work and walked in the cold and the sun to Kensington Market. There she had met a guy in line behind her at the ATM. He had never been to Toronto before, and he was only in town for a week, and Cora tried to be extra nice to him so that he would have a good impression of the city and the people that lived there. After the ATM, Cora had gotten 2 Jamaican patties and walked up the street with her sunglasses and her leather jacket and a Jamaican patty in each hand. She had taken a bite of one patty and then the other. She had realized that eating Jamaican patties and walking up the street wasn't an innately cool thing to do, but something about that situation, probably the leather jacket and sunglasses, had made her feel like hot shit. She had walked to the annex where a girl she was trying to be friends with but didn't know very well yet lived, and she'd stopped for tulips on the way because she'd decided she wanted to be the type of person that buys flowers for her friends as often as possible. And now Cora was at this concert in the ice factory, and it was where she had always wanted to be. She had always wanted to eat Jamaican patties and wear sunglasses and watch distorted videos of Ghandi and Rob Ford and nod her head in appreciation with the 18 other people who were also nodding their heads in appreciation. The sounds were just sounds to her, and usually she would have been bored watching a guy with a scratchy tape player, a guy with a guitar, and her friend behind a computer, but she was suddenly the type of person that wears leather jackets and makes friends at ATM machines and goes to intimate concerts in enormous warehouses. And somewhere in all that, she remembered that sound is a wave. Low sounds are long waves, and high sounds are short waves, and all those waves were traveling through space from speakers to her ears. Millions and millions of waves and millions of sounds, and they were all happening just for her. There were 18 people in the audience, and there were sounds for each one of them. Waves in the air like the ice factory was a loud and invisible ocean. They were all underwater, and they were water, and the water was waves upon waves, traveling through them and out to the other side. The end. So that was called Cora Finally Understands Music. If you haven't heard music before, I would suggest going out there and checking it out. Thanks so much for watching this video. See you next week.